Welcome to Auto Pros on the Road, where we meet the people powering America's repair industry. Today, we're in sunny St. George, Utah, home to a NAPA Gold Auto Care Center that's redefining small-town service with big city professionalism.
I initially worked at the dealership under the previous ownership, and I loved it enough that when the old owners wanted to get out of the industry, they offered me the opportunity to buy it, and I loved it so much that I ended up buying in.
I had the opportunity to get a shop in Colorado, and I did that for a while, and after I turned that shop around, I had old customers of mine from NAPA that asked me if I'd help them and consult for them, and that's how I ended up at this shop. We turned this shop clear around, and they asked me to just go full-time and manage it.
We have a 9-bay service center here. We have about 15 employees, give or take, that work in the shop. We have a dealership that operates next door, so we try and be an all-inclusive car buying journey. So we want to sell you a car and treat you right on the service side for your entire life cycle of the car, keep you here, keep you treated right.
When I started here, it was about 60% of reconditioning cars to be sold at the lot, to where last month, it was about 2% of reconditioning on cars, and the rest has been all retail. We've really, since we've gone NAPA Auto Care Gold, we're really pushing on the retail customers and, trying to provide a service nobody else does to get the reviews and the recommendations and customer referrals. That's probably the biggest thing that's helped us. I got into the industry back in 1985 as a tire buster. I've been in the automotive business ever since then. I started off with NAPA as a territory sales manager. From there, I went to outside sales for the local stores. Then I went to the commercial systems group for the software, and I was a Trax rep. As a Trax rep, I got to see how the most successful shops worked, and it's kind of nice when you spend time with those shops and they're your customers, where you can take bits and pieces of what's working for everybody and put them together.
We've worked really hard to acquire some of the best technicians in St. George, and the important thing when you get a good tech is making sure that they want to stay here long term, so we try and treat our employees as good as possible to keep them here for as long as we possibly can.
The one thing that I've learned is you have to pay your people, and that's why we decided to be one of the highest paying shops for mechanics and skill levels. I have some of the best master techs in town right now. The other thing that's successful is we don't have lube techs here. We have technician apprentices. When you can find the right person and train them and build your own tech and build your own team, it's really helped us more than anything. St. George is growing quite a bit when we have the Ironman here and all these rock crawling events and stuff. People from California coming out, and we're one of the only shops open on the weekends, so it's crazy busy on the weekends. The NAPA brand is what helps us the most with that, where when customers come and say, we found you on the NAPA Auto Care website.
The one thing that I didn't ever realize before I had owned a business was how important vendor relationships are, and that speaks to how well us and NAPA works together. Without good vendors, good partnerships, good people that you work with, it's very hard to run a successful business.
We're growing so fast that our parking lot is hard to keep all of our customers or fit them all in there, so we really had to get as efficient as we can to get cars in and out as fast as we can. Using all of our software, the NAPA Trax and the scheduling program, and to utilize 95+% of what the program can do is the only way that we can keep on top of everything.
What separates us from a lot of the competition is a lot of them are more corporate leaning, or they think of their customers as numbers. We try to think of our customers as friends, people that we care about. And that little switch in how a company treats a customer makes all of the difference in the overall experience that a customer would have. I came from California, and the biggest difference between where I come from and where I'm at now in St. George is it's a lot more of a tight-knit community here. People actually want to help each other. The word of mouth spreads like wildfire here. So if you're a good business, it's going to spread like crazy. If you're a bad business, it's also going to spread like crazy.
Out here, you'll never fail to run into a friend or a neighbor or, co-workers anywhere you go. So you really have to hold yourself to the highest standard, because reputation is everything, and we're trying to do what no other shop does and to do it better than anybody else does.
I would attribute most of our success to running a honest and transparent business. There's a lot of negative stereotypes about the car industry in general, either on the service side or the sales side. We want to get away from that completely, so we try and be as transparent as possible, as friendly as possible, and we look out for the customer. So we're not going to try and make a quick buck off of you. We'd rather keep you as a lifelong customer. The one thing that I love the most about the automotive industry is definitely how your day-to-day is completely different from the last. You never know when you're going to get a cool car coming in, or if you're going to meet a cool person, or you'll have issues that take a little bit of brain power to actually solve, but it's very rewarding when you do solve it. It's not a monotonous industry at all. It's not just like doing accounting work or entering into data into spreadsheets. It's very variable depending on the day, and that makes it a very exciting industry to be in.
From passion to professionalism, this St. George team proves that the heart of the automotive industry still beats strong. One repair, one relationship, and one road trip at a time. This is Auto Pros on the Road.